It's 6:32. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Time for us to see what the headlines are saying this morning and also get your reactions to them. We're going through The Punch, The Nation, Daily Trust, Vanguard, and The Guardian today. Please note these headlines have got nothing to do with Nigeria info and are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets. So ensure that you have the facts, get the details, and every information that you need, even while you react to the headlines this morning.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Well, first up today is The Punch, and let's get right into it. Tinubu rallies NSA monarchs as hunger protest looms. The writers right here say President meets APC governors, Oni, Sultan, clerics as planned protest gains momentum. Opposition charges Tinubu to address Nigerians. Army, DSS alleged plot to force regime change. President governors mourn as Ohaneze leader Iwanyanwu dies. Probe. National Assembly summons NNPC Dangote over $10 billion oil theft. Tinubu may sign 70,000 naira minimum wage bill next week. 16 more state-owned schools get student loan approval. Lagos begins probe as 5 killed in building collapse. Police station rape. NGOs condemn pace of investigation. Factional kingmakers oppose fresh Alafin selection process. "59 electricity workers die on duty in 2 quarters. 12 billion naira Olympics budget. Is Nigeria on another jamboree in Paris? I would have dropped governorship ambition if Obaseki was reasonable. Shaibu. INEC can conduct, sanitize local government polls. Yakubu. Gunmen attack Okada rider, chop off hand. Senate passes bill to make local government allocations public. Nationwide protest, NGF promises to enhance security. Let's move on now to The Nation. Ohaneze Ndigbo President Iwanyanwu dies at 62. Planned protest. Tinubu holds meeting with Sultan, other traditional rulers. ESSN operatives deployed to disrupt Edo polls, INEC alleges. Senate moves to make local governments' monthly allocations public. Makinde transmits power to deputy, set for vacation. Don't protest, seek dialogue. Group urges youths. Why I defected to APC by ex-PDP lawmaker. Sean protest against Tinubu, Igbo community leader urges youths. Let's move on now to our next stop, The Daily Trust. I owe no cabal, spent my personal fortune on election, Tinubu. I engaged in protest but without violence, Tinubu. Federal government 20 trucks of rice for Abuja can't take care of Nyanya alone, SDP chairman. Concerns as illegal sales of pre-registered SIMs persist in Kanu. Shetima demands Pan-African collaboration on climate change. Tinubu not taking peace in Niger Delta for granted. Otuaro. Many trapped as container crushes cars in Kogi Market. Protect nationwide protesters from hoodlums, TUC tells IGP. Tinubu, APC governors meet as federal government moves to stop nationwide protest. That's it. Let's move on to the Vanguard. Protests. No government will condone destruction of lives, properties. Tinubu. Billionaire kidnapper. Untold story of Henry's exploits as Nollywood actor, producer. Vehicle importation falls 60.8% in H1 24. Nigerian Anthony Esson charged after stabbing army officer in UK. 5 die, others injured in Lagos building collapse. IGP petitioned over fatal shooting of 2 policemen in Delta. Ekiti elders cry out over 78-year-old Don held in kidnapper's den. Family protests activities of land grabber, abduction of kinswoman in Lagos. Oil theft. Reps begin probe, vows to uncover root causes. Court to hear Edo governorship suit challenging Shaibu's reinstatement September 24. We can handle local government elections. INEC. Witches, wizards extended my months in my mother's womb. Obasanjo. Let's move on now to our final stop for the day, and that is The Guardian. Senate wades into Dangote NNPCL feud. Nigeria lost $10 billion to oil theft in 7 months, Reps Speaker. Bauchi man poses as army officer, defrauds job seeker 210,000 naira. Tinubu, Igbo Nation, others mourn demise of Iwaya will add 82. Protest, convene stakeholders meeting, Lagos Assembly urges Sanwo-Olu. Hunger protests, NYCN puts 104 affiliates on alert. DSS nabs persons diverting palliatives in Katsina. TUC insists on May 1st, 2024 date for new minimum wage. Nigeria's petrol import from Malta surges by 342% to $2.08 billion. Responders recover 5 bodies, rescue 5 others in Lagos building collapse. Planned protest, military warns against violence as DSS reveals plot to cause chaos. World Hepatitis Day. Hope deems for 2030 elimination target for deadly virus. NCS intercepts 7 containers of codeine syrup worth over 11 billion naira. And that's it. Time to get to your reactions right now. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there to watch the show and be a part of the conversation right now. And numbers to call 0700 951 0000, 080 959 and 080 089-930-137. Please, once you get through, kindly go straight to your point. You would have 60 seconds, and this is to let more people get the chance to call in and also share their reactions to the headlines. Good morning.
Good morning, Simon. How are you? How are you doing? How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
My name is
There's something happening with your connection, Abubakar. It's a bit distorted, but let's see how far we can go with it. Let's try this. Go ahead, please.
The rallying of eminent personality, respected royal fathers by Mr. President, it is not the out of the many expect Mr. President to come with a positive result. Take down the whole price. To address the issue of food inflation and hunger that's ravaging normally of Nigeria. That is the way out. That's the only solution. We don't expect anything else. And intimidation threat by some security, head of security, they will not reason out. We have seen how protests has caused disruption in
All
the
right.
country. In Haiti, in Sudan, so we should not allow it to this protest to go on.
All right.
We want the result. We want the result. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your device is on. I can hear the feedback in the background. Please move away from your device. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Edet.
Go ahead, Edit. I can still hear the feedback.
I'm calling from Mitama.
Please go ahead.
I want to talk about the protest. So, the government are playing with the youth. They are playing with our life. So, we are not going back. The protest will be going on.
All right, Edit. It's still your feedback right there. When you're calling on the show, please move away from your device so that we can hear you clearly without the feedback and disruption. All right? Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Welcome.
Vicky, Itodo.
Good morning.
Yes, you're a good man. You're a good man. I have observed you. You're a very good man. This is Prophet Michael Uche.
Welcome, Prophet. Please go ahead.
Iwanyangu, he so rest in peace. He was a good man. I remember when he brought happiness in Imo State by, changing the name of Spartans Football Club to Iwanyangu National. Rest in peace. My father. For the planned protest, everybody knows that this very government will make things to be difficult for Nigerians for this protest we are planning. They will not allow it to work. They will have their own agents that will counter this very protest.
All right.
This is what will happen. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What's your name?
My name is Manaruna Kalu Onkwa Federal.
Please go ahead.
Brother for North Central. I get the next president and I'm from Salasi. You will say in participate for protest but not violence. Who told it they want to do violence? They are the one that want to cause the violence. Because see the way IGP talk and DSS and Omai, Minister of Works and others. If they want to threat us, we cannot accept it. By special grace of God, pray us to hold. Our prayer may go save our life to that day.
All right.
Nobody can stop us. If you like, you call immediate traditional rulers and the others. We can't go back.
All right.
God bless you, by God's grace. Thank you, my brother.
Let's go into the live feed right now. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go in there to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. Don't forget to follow and like and be a part of the Nigeria Info family. I see some messages right here. Mr. Waf says, rest in peace to the Igbo leader. On protest, what do the protesters really want to achieve apart from ending bad governance? How about reverting the old pump price, tariff, and so on? Philip Oga says, if the government wants the people to stop the protest, they should do the needful. While Roye Loki in Edo State says, let's shelve the protest and dialogue. Rest in peace to the Igbo leader. And let's go on to Facebook right now. Got this one. Mike and Fawn says, DSS discovered sponsors of nationwide strike. I'm waiting on them to mention the names of those who are involved. Also, Francis Ndamani from Amangunze in Enugu State says the president should listen to the calls by some eminent leaders for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu for the interest of peace and tranquility in the southeast zone. Our people are not really interested in the protest, is what Ozo Francis says, and goes on to state Nigeria needs to revert to agriculture in order to address the current food inflation and hunger in the land, while government on her part should create an enabling environment to sustain the temple. May God help us. Ogwanyanwu Israel says the death of Iwanyanwu is a big blow to Igbo nation and Nigeria at large. May his gentle soul rest in peace. And voice of Mbese from Okukwa Omuhu Okwato says, while vowing that the FCC is not available for protest is laughable and the highest dream of the century. Anyway, okay. All right. It's a good place to leave your thought. Let's put energy to kill hunger and poverty, is what Josiah Oba says. And Mustafa Ibrahim Mohammed, to making the local government allocation public is a welcome development, is what he says. Ishaku Emmanuel, the masses are suffering. Good morning, Anthony Menogu. Thank you for being a part of the conversation and watching live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning once again, Itodo.
Welcome.
I remember myself from Wakarade Kitino Peking calling from PW Kubwa. I know what I'm about to say. Some people will hate me forever, but I don't care. An angry and hungry man is an angry man. There is certainly no way people who are hungry and angry will have a peaceful protest. It's practical impossibility. While people have the right to protest, at this material time, at this fragile time, I don't think it is advisable. Mr. President is not calling the Sultan and the Oni that is the solution. Mr. President, suspend this fuel subsidy now. At least NNPC said they will start production by August, right? Suspend it at least from now till end of the year. Let the prices of commodities whose lives depend on petroleum to come down. If you can't suspend the fuel subsidy by 100%, suspend it by at least 50%. Let fuel come at least 300. Things will naturally come down. People will have succor. Mr. President, what you did is you removed the oxygen from Nigerians and said they should go and live. There is no way human being will live without oxygen. The oxygen here is the petroleum. It's the petroleum that controls everything we do in this country. Our economy depends on the petroleum, and the oxygen has been removed. You expect us to live. It's just like bringing a fish out of the river and you say the fish should live. If the fish should live, then you know it will live with difficulty, Mr. President.
All right.
This protest must be averted, Mr. President. We don't want to be Libya. We don't want to be Sudan. We don't want to be Syria, Mr. President. The ball is still in your court, Mr. President.
All
please,
right.
Please come to our rescue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Welcome.
I greet all retainers. Okwit Mana, calling you for Kuba. The footage has said that, issue of protest, they should shed too much protest. Know what to go about that. You can't a hungry man to stop protesting, to show, to exercise is a franchise. It's over with more protest. After this particular protest, another one is coming. after this particular protest, we faced all these religious leaders. Yes. See, enough is enough in this country. Enough is enough. After dealing with the politicians, we continue with the religious leaders that carry our money by private jets. We know them. I cannot them one by one. But
all right.
All of them. The all people that deceiving Nigeria. Deceiving Nigeria in all corners. They're all the same thing. Whether religious, whether political, they're all the same thing. Enough is enough.
All right, Dokwe, thank you for sharing your thoughts. The constant call is, if you must protest, ensure that it is a peaceful protest and not violent or plans to go that route at any point during the protest. Let's go on to Dr. Mrs. Unma Libera's message on Facebook. I want to remind the president that the economy cannot be revived by rhetorics. Action speaks louder than words. Oh, voice, you have not given us enough actions that gear towards revamping our economy. We are still witnessing frivolous spendings and high cost of governance, is how she ends that message. Abdullahi Dan Magaji says, Tinubu Pikin has said it all. And that's his thought he's sharing. It's now 6:53 in a bit to go on the break, and at 7 o'clock it'll be time to get into the news. But let's go through some WhatsApp messages real quick. The hardship and hunger in the land is a consequence of hurried removal of petrol subsidy and the forex policy by this administration. The End Bad Governance proposed mass protest from 1st August should demand from the government the following: institute controlled subsidy on petroleum products by pegging the pump price at about 300 naira per litre. Only NNPCL to import refined petroleum products. This will eliminate fraudulent imports, claim from the purported cabals. The subsidy fund to be sourced from the budgeted palliative arrangements, which is marred by corruption and do not reach the generality of the populace. Everybody enjoys the benefits of subsidy, as opposed to the massive waste of resources in the guise of palliatives, and the benefits not tangible, is what Boniface in Cairo local government area is sharing this morning. What will the president do if the protest is carried out? What concessions will the government give to assuage the hungry Nigerians? Let the president act swiftly now, is what Jimmy Odeniyi says. In case you missed out, you can go on to the YouTube and Facebook page to catch up and be a part of the conversation. After the news, we'll be back to get more of your reactions to the headlines. So do all the stay tuned to Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Surely, joy will never be away from me. No worry, I don't find in my remedy.
I'm ready for the good news to fall on me. Finally, see as happiness don't find me.
Get 8 times the value of every recharge, plus 1,000 naira sign-up bonus and double data with Airtel over Jara when you buy and activate a new SIM. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Life is always full of wahala, but there is music, passion, feelings, and good vibes. Take a ride with InDrive app to get there on your own terms. You decide what your life will be full of and choose a fair price for this ride. InDrive, the InDrive online passenger transportation aggregator, is not a taxi service. Find more information at www.indrive.com.
Wow, Folake, this your new office space looks really nice. Oh, just take a look at this furniture.
Thank you.
Anyway, that's not why I came. Your daughter's wedding was fantastic. Folake, who gave you all this money now? See souvenirs everywhere, courtesy of the bride's mother.
It is not who, it is what.
The AXA endowment policy gives you the benefits of target savings and life insurance in one plan. Call 0700 AXA Mansard or visit axamansard.com to get started. Terms and conditions apply.
Fellow Nigerians, mommies, daddies, and children, please listen. It's no longer news that there's cholera outbreak, but don't worry. Cholera is highly preventable with good hygiene practices.
This is Nigeria Info.